Imagine waking up one morning, stepping into a machine, pressing a few buttons, and suddenly finding yourself in the past, witnessing history as it happens. Or imagine traveling to the distant future, seeing what humanity has become, and returning with knowledge of the world ahead. Time travel has fascinated humans for centuries. From ancient myths to modern science fiction, the idea of bending time has shaped our imagination. But is it just fiction, or is there actual science behind it? Today, we'll explore the real physics of time travel, how Einstein's theories support the possibility, the mysteries of wormholes, paradoxes that challenge logic, and whether scientists believe time travel can ever be achieved. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to Factoooo for more mind-blowing science content. Now let's dive in. Before we discuss time travel, let's first understand what time actually is. We experience time as a continuous flow, past, present, and future. But is that really how time works? According to physics, time is not as simple as we think. Many scientists believe that time is a fourth dimension, just like length, width, and height. If space is a three-dimensional fabric, then time is woven into it, forming what we call space-time. This concept was first proposed by Albert Einstein in his theory of relativity, one of the most groundbreaking discoveries in physics. And it turns out, time does not flow the same way for everyone. One of the most important concepts in time travel is time dilation. Einstein discovered that time is relative, meaning it moves at different speeds depending on speed and gravity. According to special relativity, the faster you move, the slower time passes for you compared to someone who is stationary. This means that if you travel at speeds close to the speed of light, time for you would slow down dramatically. If a spaceship traveled at 99.9% the speed of light for just a few years, the people on board might only experience a short trip, while thousands of years could pass on Earth. In general relativity, Einstein also showed that gravity affects time. The stronger the gravity, the slower time moves. This effect has been tested in real life. Scientists placed atomic clocks at different heights, one on Earth's surface and another on a satellite orbiting Earth. The clock in space ticked slightly faster than the one on Earth. So in a way, astronauts traveling in space at high speeds are already time traveling into the future. But what about traveling to the past? That's where things get tricky. A fascinating idea for time travel is wormholes, theoretical shortcuts through space and time. Imagine space and time as a sheet of paper. Normally, to get from one point to another, you travel across the paper. But if you fold the paper so that 2 points touch, you could instantly travel between them. That's the idea of a wormhole, a tunnel connecting two different points in space-time. If one end of a wormhole moves at near light speeds while the other stays still, the moving end experiences time dilation. This means that if you enter the stationary end, you could emerge at the other end in the past or in the future. But there's a big problem. Wormholes are incredibly unstable. The moment anything tries to pass through, they collapse. Scientists believe we would need exotic matter with negative energy to keep them open. Unfortunately, such matter has never been observed in reality. So even though wormholes sound like the perfect time machine, they remain purely theoretical for now. One of the biggest challenges to time travel is paradoxes, logical contradictions that make time travel seem impossible. If you travel back in time and accidentally prevent your grandfather from meeting your grandmother, then you were never born. But if you were never born, how did you travel back in time? Imagine you find a book about time travel and take it back in time to give it to a scientist. The scientist then publishes the book and it gets passed down through time, eventually reaching you again. But who originally wrote it? If time travel to the past is possible, why have we never met time travelers from the future? This theory suggests that time corrects itself. Any action you take in the past will always adjust in a way that preserves history. Another possibility is that every time a time traveler changes the past, a new parallel universe is created. This means that instead of altering their own timeline, they simply branch into a different reality. Both theories suggest that changing the past may not be as simple as we imagine. Despite these paradoxes, some scientists believe time travel to the past is not entirely impossible. Kurt Gödel, a famous mathematician, found solutions to Einstein's equations that allow for closed time loops. Physicist Kip Thorne proposed that wormholes could theoretically allow backward time travel. Some models in quantum mechanics suggest that time might be more flexible than we think. But for now, these remain theoretical ideas. No one has been able to prove time travel to the past is possible in a real-world experiment. Although we may not have time machines yet, studying time travel is not a waste of time. Research into relativity, quantum physics, and wormholes could help us discover new laws of nature and possibly even unlock secrets we never imagined. In the future, who knows? Maybe scientists will find a way to bend time. Maybe time travelers from the future are already here, and we just don't recognize them. What do you think? Will time travel ever become reality? Let us know in the comments. And if you love mind-bending science content, don't forget to subscribe to Factoooo for more amazing videos.